Hello, and thank you for tuning into the Conscious Shift Network. Again, we're having a conversation with my bestest science friend, biologist Tara Lasalla of Green Me Locally, St. Petersburg, located in St. Petersburg. And we are having a conscious conversation today about, this ain't no joke, this is real. Climate change is real. They can say it's not real, the naysayers can go on all they want, but there's too much evidence. You have to be asleep to not realize how the environment has changed. The hurricanes we've had this year, the climate, the hot, and the colds. What did you tell me it was in Belgium?
They had 95 and 100 degree temperatures this
95 to 100?
100 degrees, yeah.
95 to 100 degrees in Belgium. Do you know what the average temperature has been there?
Usually I think they're in the 70s in the summertime.
70s in the summer?
In the summertime.
70s in the summer on an average now is 100. So climate change is happening and it's real, but it's not too late. There's things that we can do. And it has been my observation, and we had a conversation that the powers that be really want you to think this is something that is insurmountable and can't change. But Ms. Tara here has some awesome ideas and some things we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to keep my mouth shut this time and let her talk. I'm going to try not to interrupt you. Some really great ideas about how we can make some change. So, Tara, we were talking about all of the things that we can do. You want to go ahead and start with that. Some of the tips and ideas on what we can do to really make a difference.
Yeah, so climate change it's a big issue. It's very complex. And today we're talking, and we're not debating it. It's something that's happening. It's live, and it's not in the future. We're actually living in it right now.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard for people to see something that seems so scary and drastic, and they choose to close their eyes. It's not happening, but we're living in it now, and it's actually at an accelerated timeline. So we want to take action. Everyone, collaboratively, we want to take action. Yes, we have a lot to do. Our governments, the UN, they're the big ones that need to push this, but we, the people, need to be the ones holding them accountable so action is being taken.
That's a really good point. We need to hold, and we've talked about holding big business accountable with the whole recycling thing.
Correct.
We need to put this back on the powers that be so they make it their agenda, not them making money for themselves agenda or the private agendas we don't even know about. The agenda needs to be, we need to heal the planet where we live. So
there's no planet B. There's only
that's right. There's no planet B. That's a good point. Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, some of the things that we can do as consumers, because people feel that they can't always do something, but one of them is education. Get on education, train, learn about it, find out about it. That's the biggest thing. First, learn about it, because it is a big issue, and you don't have to do this overnight, but learn. What is it? What can we do?
So I hope I didn't miss it. You mean learn about how you can make change.
Correct.
Okay.
Right. And what is climate change? Because that's a big question. Like, what is it?
So that's something people could Google.
Correct. Yep.
So
they can look at it.
Google what is climate change.
What is climate change?
So then
just kind of start educating yourself slowly.
That's a great idea.
And you're going to find, there's lots of information out there, but take it one day at a time.
Right.
The second one, that's a big one that scientists are now also talking about, we're doing planting trees. That is probably one of the easiest, the most, really simple, because those capture carbon. And that's, part of climate change. There's emissions that go into the atmosphere. We want to capture that. And that's one of the, for trees, is we want to keep planting those. And
no, there's a lot of stuff out there already about planting trees, but one of the benefits that I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, one of the benefits from looking online about climate change is just going to show you how much deforestation, is that the correct word?
Correct.
How much deforestation we have actually experienced, how much burnt down in the Brazilian,
Amazon.
In the Amazon, which is the lungs of the planet, how much we lost there, and how we counter it. So again, you don't have to do all of it. It's not all one person's responsibility. It's all of our responsibility.
ours,
But
correct.
it's going to really show us a reality check about how we really need to start planting trees more.
Right, correct.
I mean,
And
yeah.
yeah, and if you don't want to do it yourself, there's lots of organizations out there that you can simply donate money, and they already have the plans out there.
I have heard about, I have seen that. Again, that's a Google search, climate change.
Climate change, well, and tree planting, and actually my company have partnered with One Tree Planted. They're based here in Vermont, and they actually do all the tree planting.
Say that again?
OneTreePlanted.org.
OneTreePlanted.org.
Yes.
That would be a good source for helping with the trees.
Yep, you can go there.
Reforestation of the planet.
You can pick the project. They have projects in North America,
Nice.
in Africa, wherever
Very cool.
reforestation needs to occur. So if you don't want to do it in your own backyard, you can just get online
Okay.
and have a company do it for you. And the nice part about that is these are professional people that will make sure that the trees actually, once they're planted, will survive and thrive. That's very important.
So if you live in an apartment or a condo and you can't physically plant a tree, this is a really good option to
Yep.
help the whole thing balance out. Ben, that reminds me, as we're talking about this, the things you can do, of the little girl in
Sweden, yes.
Sweden,
So
a
this is-
16-year-old who is now in New York City, has the attention of the world. Obama
Yep, Obama
made a
met with
comment
her,
about her.
that we are a team.
We'll say it again.
We are a team.
We are a team. See,
Correct.
okay, so talk to us about this little revolution she's created.
Correct. So just to step back, so one of the biggest tips that I can give people is to get involved. And a lot of times people ask, can one person make a difference? And absolutely they can. And so yes, we want to talk about Greta Thunberg. She's
Goosebumps.
16 years old from Sweden. And she is taking business leaders, governments, the UN, she's taking them to task because she says, this is our future and you're not doing anything about it.
Ooh.
So she is an inspiration. She's gathering legions of young people to come together to march and, speak to government and say, no more talking, no more beautiful speeches. We have to have a plan of action, and that time is now. This is our future.
It's really interesting, what I think when I hear you say that. I'm older, you're a little older. A lot of us are older, and we've screwed this planet up, and this is what we've left these children. And the people who really have a stake in this are these children, because they're the ones who are going to be here longer than us.
Correct, right.
So this is great. How do we learn about Greta? If we haven't already learned.
Greta, yeah, actually this Friday, so September 20th, it's the climate strike, and she's leading over 150 countries.
Wow.
She'll be actually in New York, and she's actually already been talking to Congress and saying that we need to step up, United States. But everybody, all the countries in the world, the governments have to get together. We have to take a plan of action. One can't be left out because what one does affects the rest of the planet.
Well, by the time we publish this video, this summit will have passed.
Correct.
But how do we learn more about Greta and what she's doing?
Actually, if you come to my site at greenmelocally.com, I'll have new articles.
Awesome. Everything you need to know about any conversation we've ever had is at greenmelocal.com.
Correct.
Do we have anything else?
I think that's all for now.
That's all for now?
I think it is.
Let us know if you have any questions. Again, visit Tara at greenmelocally.com. And if you're watching this video, you probably already know about Conscious Shift, but that is consciousShiftMagazine.com. You can contact us and we'll get it to Tara. You can contact Tara directly. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you have a great month of conscious shifting and helping us save the planet. Thank you very much. Have a good day.